O'Shea Drew Jackson on Fresh and Fit.
Is this the end, bro? Because we got some bad news, man.
And guys, the channel has been kicked off the YouTube Partner Program.
On August 2023, Fresh and Fit were removed from the YouTube Partner Program. For some of you guys who are just YouTube subscribers, you probably don't know what that means. It means that Fresh...
Pick up on toes. Can we watch Bonnie Blue on Kick? Yeah, why not? Why not? One day we will. Not right now, because her face kind of sickens me a little bit. But definitely, why not?
Fresh and Fit are still on YouTube. They can post content on YouTube, but they cannot get monetized from YouTube. In other words, if they were making hundreds of $1,000s a month, they can still post, but they're not getting one red dime.
I'm surprised Walter hanged around, because Myron effectively got them banned, right? Myron basically got them kicked off the monetization program because of all the Nazi Hitler bought the fucking KKK, outfit and shit. I think he's the one that fucked them up in terms of the monetization. Because I remember in their peak, or at their peak, Fresh and Fit were like the #1 most super chatted fucking channel, They were the most, it was one of those type of competitions they kept having and shit. So I'm surprised that Walter didn't just like say, fuck Myron, I'm gonna do my own thing, because he single-handedly brought that show down, or she did anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's a very, very he did with some of his stunts and that whole anti-Semitic thing he was doing and questioning everything and relaying everything to like female power or male and female power dynamics and shit. He kind of fucked them up. He fucked them up because they had a really good business going there. They had a really fucking good business going.
Damn.
This caused a real big issue for Fresh and Fit because no longer could they rely on their bread and butter. I believe Fresh and Fit was the #1 or #2 or top 3 super chatted channel in the world, just receiving $1 to $2 million in super chats as it was.
That's crazy, isn't it? They were receiving $1 million in super chats alone. Forget AdSense and everything else and tips. They were receiving nearly 1,000 in super chats per month. Come on, man. That's gonna hurt you when that money's up there. That's gonna fucking hurt, you sure it. Fucking hell.
And that forced them to really go hard on Rumble. Now, don't get me wrong. They are doing pretty good on Rumble, but Rumble isn't like YouTube. YouTube continues to grow and has a wider audience. You can kind of cut your clips up and get monetized there. And not only did Fresh and Fit get demonetized from...
Plus Rumble Rumble lie about their stats and views. I'm sure of it. I'm sure Rumble lie to make the artists who they're featuring look a lot better, or lie to labels, all that shit. But I'm pretty sure they do. Let's continue.
YouTube, all of their individual channels got demonetized from YouTube. So Walter Weeks, aka Fresh CEO's personal channel was demonetized.
I didn't know that, by the way. That's one thing I didn't know. I didn't know that their own personal channels also got demonetized. I know the Fresh and Fit channel got demonetized, but I didn't know it works that way. That's pretty brutal. Because Myron's channel where he kind of talks about like police shit, because he used to be a police officer, right? He does pretty well in terms of views. He gets a lot of engagement, a lot of people in chat talking. He does pretty well. He's quite consistent with it. So they must be missing out on so much money. They must be missing out on so much money being demonetized on YouTube, though they are. But I didn't know if you get demonetized on YouTube on your main account, that even if you have other accounts, they also get demonetized too. Because, there is some overlap between Myron's own channel and obviously what they do on, whatever their channel is, the Fresh and Fit one. But it is quite different. Most of his stuff on his own channel is mostly focused on like organized crime, drug smuggling, gang stuff, prison stuff, police, you know what I mean? That sort of shit. So it's very, 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 very bad for them that they got banned on everywhere. But again, they only have themselves to blame. That whole KKK fucking Ku Klux Klan Nazi outfit thing was so fucking stupid, man.
Myron Gaines and his subsequent channels were all monetized, making it literally
Yeah, big up Jack Donny Jr. AZ, you're getting sleepy. Go to bed. No, I'm good, man. I'm good. I've still got another hour or so left to go. I'm not feeling that sleepy. I'm pretty good. Big up everybody tuning in. Smash like, hit subscribe. Smash like, hit subscribe. I'm trying not to make too much noise because it's kind of late over here. It's about what, 4 a.m. It's 4:40. I'm trying not to wake up our neighbors, so that's why I'm whispering and talking in a low tone. But I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Possible for them to make money on the platform, but there's more. In January 2026, YouTube updated some of these guidelines, and even some people who were banned before were able to come back, like dramatizations of controversial and sensitive topics like domestic abuse, sexual harassment, politics. These certain genres or pockets of content were eligible for full ad revenue.
So that's why just Pearly Things is back on YouTube streaming, isn't it? Okay, that explains it, because Pearly Things was demonetized for a bit, so maybe that's why she's back on streaming on YouTube again, because she probably got remonetized.
Because it wasn't before. Now, it doesn't mean that you can talk about that in a negative way where it's hate speech, but you can get money. And some people that were talking similar to Fresh and Fit got remonetized. Nick Fuentes was unbanned for a little bit, so was Nico. But the best story of this was Just Pearly Things. Just Pearly Things was fully reinstated by the YouTube Partner Program after she was out of it for about 2 years.
Yeah, because she was complaining a lot about being out of the AdSense program. She was always online complaining about it, and they never really felt like, they never backed into her demands to get back remonetized until this change. So she must be happy as well. She does pretty well on YouTube as well. She's a little bit dumb, not a little bit dumb. She is quite dumb, to be fair, but she does pretty well in terms of views as well.
But guess who was not reinstated by YouTube? Fresh and Fit.
Woo!
Damn.
Now, Fresh and Fit have been on Twitter literally crying about not being able to get their money back on YouTube. And the person that's doing the most crying is your boy, Walter Weeks. Let's look at what he's been posting. YouTube, reinstate Fresh and Fit monetization and stop targeting conservatives. We've been demonetized since August 2023. Reapplied to YouTube Partner.
Again, I don't think they're targeting conservatives. I think they demonetized them specifically because of Myron dressed up in that KKK outfit and started throwing the fucking How Hitler salutes. I'm pretty sure that's why they got demonetized. I don't think they got demonetized for their racy conversation topics on fucking, on their channel. I don't think they got fucking cancelled or demonetized for the fucking girls they get on to argue with and shout with. It's not really that. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got everything to do with Myron, trying way too hard to be edgy and essentially pissing off not only his family but everybody else, including, his co-hosts and shit, which is ironic considering everything that happened. Let's play.
Program multiple times, been denied without clear reasons or direct dialogue. So we have been forced to go public.
Woo!
In January 2026, YouTube updated advertiser-friendly guidelines, non-graphic discussions, the things I talked about there, sexual harassment, self-harm, all of that. YouTube called old rules too restrictive, restructured to compliant financial with 0 strikes. Yet we were denied on January 14, 2026. And he's tagging all these people on YouTube. Now, another reasons why YouTube is basically opening their playbook is because of the rise of other platforms. You have Facebook monetization now. There's TikTok, there's Snap.
Yeah, there's people streaming on Facebook right now, and there's people streaming on Facebook of all places. Fucking hell, big up the Facebook streamers.
Snapchat, there's Instagram. There's also Rumble. So people are going to where the money is, especially controversial creators. Just because they're controversial, it doesn't mean that YouTube doesn't want their money. YouTube does want their money. But Walter Weeks and Myron Gaines are not going to get any of it.
Woo!
He posts again. YouTube is losing $1 to $2 million a year in shared revenue. Pre-demonetization, Fresh and Fit was the #1 super chatter channel in the United States, generating $1 to $2 million a year in super chat.
Don't think I've ever seen him write this clearly, and ever. I'm pretty sure he probably wrote that in fucking ChatGPT. No way he wrote that himself, Walter Weeks. I don't believe in me at all that he wrote that by himself. No way.
Now 30%, which is what YouTube takes, they're getting $300,000 a year off of that to $600,000. Demonetization ended that for both sides. If Fresh and Fit were not demonetized, this number could have easily doubled or tripled. YouTube is losing $1 to $3 million a year enforcing outdated rules, while similar channels monetize making the same content. Now, we're going to talk about these channels because he starts actually snitching on some of his homeboys.
Crazy work.
He shares this, Exhibit D, similar debate channels fully monetized. Channels like Whatever Podcast, Michael Sartain, Rollo Tomasi, which is one of his boys, Access Vegas, Pearl Davis, the
Fighting for your right to be unbanned and be reinstated into the partner program, and then pointing at your boys as some of your friends who are invited in but can't get in is fucking crazy, you know? Oh, he's fucking crazy, but I guess the invite's an invite, I guess. But yeah, with friends like fucking Walter Weeks, who needs enemies, eh? Who needs enemies?
Crucible No Fugazi podcast, Tim Pool's Culture World, all debating social commentary, earning super chat ads January 7th, 5th, 2026. So literally, this dude goes to other people's channels, right? And he's screenshotting the fact that they are getting super chats. Damn. He also continues. Fresh and Fit has 0 active strikes and is in full compliance, especially in the latest reapplication. Yet YouTube denied monetization on January 14th by importing 2 old harassment warnings from non-submitted.
They probably will reinstate them many years down the line, you know, maybe a same as Sneaker thing. They probably will reinstate him many years down the line, because the last thing you want to do is, you know, react and then have your shit go in a crazy way. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll be fucking sick. Let's continue.
Myron Gaines X, just 2 days before January 16, 2026 guideline updates, allowing full revenue for our exact non-graphic controversial commentary. Now,
just as a shooter dude, though, it always has surprised me how the most controversial, edgy kind of guys whose whole career has been kind of propped up off the back of like controversy and histrionics, all that malarkey. It is kind of funny how quick they also are to to dismiss certain things, you know, for certain factoids or narratives of story. I do find that quite funny in itself. All of that big talk they say about not being, you know, controlled by the man, the measures act to get me, all of this nonsense, Baloo, and then somebody comes up to you and, you know, punches you or takes away demonetization. All of a sudden they're on social media crying. What happened to being alphas? What happened to being the alphas? You know what I mean? Stiff upper lip and shit. Take you on the chin and keep it bouncing. What happened to all that shit?
Now this is important because he's laying out a case, because he's saying, listen, we haven't done anything on YouTube. You are not trying to bring us back onto the monetization program.
Duh.
So this is YouTube's fault, right? Well, see, being a YouTuber is not just being a YouTuber or being a part of the YouTube partner program. You see, because there are things on YouTube that can get you kicked off YouTube.
Exactly. Duh.
Even though you're not doing anything on YouTube. Let me give you the case of EDP 4.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Do any of you guys remember this clip?
Where's he gone?
Again, so what brings you out here today? Well, I was coming out here to... Glasses off.
Jesus.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
So at this time, EDP...
Pick up a cupcake. EDP's a sick individual, man. Sick individual. I was coming here to pick up a cupcake, you know. Jesus Christ, guy.
P445 was not looking to make a video. He was looking to meet an underage young lady. Yeah. It was fake. It was a sting, but he got caught up in the sting and he was guilty of it.
Or as Joe Rogan would say, an underage person. An underage person or underage people.
So what did YouTube do? YouTube took down his channel. And not only did YouTube take down all of his channels,
rightfully so,
he lost all his sponsorships. And not only that, guys, get this. Facebook removed him. He tried to drive for Uber. They removed him also. He tried to drive for Lyft. They removed him also. He had to change his legal name, literally. That's how bad it was for the guy. He couldn't get work anywhere. All right. So what does that mean? That means
that's a good thing, to be honest. Having to change your name from ED4, whatever his name is, to your actual name is good. But Jesus Christ, I didn't know he was that badly cancelled. He couldn't even drive for fucking Uber and DoorDash and shit. He had to change his legal name. Crazy.
If you do controversial things outside of the YouTube platform, even if you're not on YouTube, they don't want to be associated with it because, listen, you have people who are investing their money, big companies with, you know, big time advertisers, and you can't defend somebody when you're a big time advertiser when you have a person like EDP445. This is the same thing with Fresh and Fit. They're saying that YouTube is losing $1 to $2 million a year when YouTube is grossing billions of dollars a year, and not all money is good money. And I'm gonna give you an example. Now, you would think that Fresh and Fit would have changed their behavior since they've been kicked offline, right?
Nope.
Well, let's see what they're doing now.
Where do you rank black women in terms of attractiveness?
All the way at the bottom.
Very
Jesus
bottom.
Christ.
Multitude of reasons.
Imagine someone that looks like that saying that black women are not very attractive. Isn't that kind of crazy? A guy that looks like this, a guy that looks like that telling, you know, speaking with his whole chest and saying that black women aren't attractive. Saying that they're at the bottom of the list when it comes to races, the bottom of the totem pole. Fucking hell, bro.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
So that's
You have a gun?
Myron going around.
Yo, big up.
Reason 1. They won't date me.
Exactly. Reason one they won't date me. Basically. Big up, Gitsy. Appreciate you.
Still disrespecting black women. There's like hundreds and hundreds of clips of him doing that right now, even though he's doing it on X. Now, he's extreme as hell. He's even worse than he was on YouTube. He's continuing that same behavior on X, all right? He's never stopped it. So, and now he's still a YouTuber. Even though he's not breaking YouTube guidelines, he's still too dangerous for YouTube because of his rhetoric outside of the platform. And so if they were to monetize him on YouTube, it means that they agree with what he's talking about. And basically they're allowing him to get paid from advertisers when he's saying stuff like that. But it gets worse.
Everything, every issue, every ailment in society, you could tie it back to feminism.
Jesus Christ.
Every single one. Feminism. Who pushed feminism?
Okay, bro.
Now, if you look at Walter is very unhappy with what's going on. He doesn't like what Myron is doing. But let's go further.
The fucking Gloria Steinem, etc. Who puts homosexuality? The
So we had to bleep out the obvious word, which was actually the Jews, but he's blaming the Jews for the LGBTQ. He's blaming the Jews for all the other stuff. And then many of these companies are owned by people who are at least sympathetic to the Jewish cause. So you're talking as an anti-Semite, like you're mocking the Jews, like wearing certain t-shirts to AmFest, which we can't show. And you do this all the time. And then if YouTube remonetizes you, they're gonna get letters from, they're gonna get letters from the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, right? And so you got...
I don't think they even need to go that far. I don't think they'd even let them. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to get that far. I don't think so. I don't even think you'll get that far.
Guys have created a scenario. You never change your behavior. You continue to do stuff. Not only that, I mean, kicking women off, calling them the B words. People have fought on your live streams. You have women fighting on your live streams. People getting hit on your live streams, right? And that is something that's also dangerous for the advertisers. And then you have these guys here that are still crying and moaning and saying that YouTube owes them something when you just can't go around in life getting whatever you want and then think that the world is going to go ahead and rock with you. It's no different than Anton Daniels when he was talking about the fact that, they attacked my daughter because she's light-skinned, or Corey Holcomb situation with TMZ. Look, you got to take accountability for your behavior, okay?
That's one thing that a lot of content creators around the world, no matter how big, no matter how small, are just incapable of getting through their heads. Accountability and people on social media whether they're content creators or influencers. Name a worse duo. Name a more unwilling to cooperate or to compromise duo. Me, I mean, it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Accountability and content creators do not mix at all. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But big up O'Shea Duke Jackson, is that his name? O'Shea Duke. Yeah, big up O'Shea Duke Jackson. He's got a really good channel. I recommend you check it out. The channel video is Fresh and Fit are officially done after this. Fresh and Fit are officially done after this. Big up O'Shea Duke Jackson.